record button already? Alright, my name is Ellis. Thank you guys out who have come to my previous speeches for coming out again. To start today's speech off, what I want you guys to do is just close your eyes for a moment. Get everybody to close their eyes, alright? And what I'm going to do, oh don't worry, no one's going to grope you or touch you or do anything while your eyes are closed, okay? Okay. Seriously though, just keep your eyes closed. I have a scenario that I want you all to visualize. Imagine that your loved ones had just left your house on Thanksgiving Day and they're headed to Walmart to go Black Friday Christmas shopping. Everybody's excited because they know those lines are going to be long and they want to get those good discounts. It's one of the largest social events that we participate in annually. Now imagine yourself shortly thereafter receiving a phone call that they were hit by a drunk driver. The situation has just changed completely. Open your eyes. I can tell right now, just from the changed facial expressions that some of you guys have had from the time you walked in until now, how quickly alcohol can affect your lives. Just that fast. It can go from being extremely happy, having the best time of your life, you just spent time with your family members, and then you find out they're gone because someone drank too much. I've gathered some basic information on the topic of drinking from a couple of different places, and they include the National Geographic, the U.S. National Library of Medicine, and thebuzzle.com. I don't know if you guys have heard of thebuzzle.com, but it's got a bunch of random factoids. Today you will hear some facts about social drinking, how the liver is affected by alcohol, why you should not take medications and alcohol at the same time, or vice versa, and different treatments for alcoholism. Almost everyone who has consumed alcohol has done so in a social environment. It can range from visiting a bar to watching the game with your homies. Like if I threw the game on right now, what are most of y'all going to do? Hey man, you got any beers in the fridge? Hey man, what you got to drink? So you know, they go hand in hand. Social activities and drinking alcohol. Consuming alcohol in general is not something that should be condoned. Alcohol is not essential for the body. It does, however, provide 7 kilocalories per gram, something that a lot of people don't know. Fats give you 8 kilocalories, proteins and carbohydrates give you 4 kilocalories per gram, and that's essentially energy. So alcohol gives you 7 kilocalories per gram of energy until you run out of something called alcohol dehydrogenase, which is what breaks down the alcohol in your body. Once you run out of that, your body uses up more energy breaking down the alcohol than you actually get from the alcohol, which is why it causes that down thing. It's a depressant. No one is born an alcoholic, and every case of alcoholism has stemmed from social drinking. Violence is also commonly associated with social drinking. How many bar fights, club fights, or family breakups have you seen or known about that originated from social drinking? Just think about that for a minute. One of the major issues with social drinking is confrontations for minor issues. You know, something like, oh, you stepped on my shoe in the club because they've been social drinking, causes a big fight. The most common social drinking problem, however, is drunk driving. Almost all DUIs are caused or due to social drinking. Now, DUIs and drunk driving is a whole other topic, which I'm not going to waste your time to go in depth about that. But that's just something that's very serious that stems from social drinking. The one factor that makes social drinking so dangerous and harmful to people is the fact that they deny that they're alcoholics, or they deny the fact that they're drinking a lot of alcohol. When you're drinking socially, you succumb to a lot of peer pressure and trying to fit in or keep up with the Joneses. I'm going to go into liver pain. Prolonged alcohol abuse beyond the capacity of the liver will likely result in liver damage. The liver is a vital organ of your body. It helps process and metabolize the food that we intake. When you drink alcohol, it impairs your ability to process that food. This can lead to different medical conditions such as hepatitis, cirrhosis of the liver, or even fatty liver. A lot of liver pain is incorrectly associated with stomach pain, which leads to misdiagnosed pain when you go to the hospital, and it also can lead to a late detection of liver pain or liver problems. I'm also going to talk about painkillers and alcohol. There's a common misconception that people can take alcohol and over-the-counter medications together. Not just prescription drugs, but over-the-counter medications as well. Wrong answer. So what I'm going to do briefly is let you guys know some facts about that. Both alcohol and medications or painkillers are depressants. The respiratory system and the nervous system become relaxed due to that. Breathing rate slows, decreasing volume of essential oxygen, and they have an aversive effect on your digestive system. So I'm just going to throw out a couple more factoids that a lot of people don't know. If you drink alcohol and take it with anticonvulsants, it can lead to seizures. If you drink alcohol and you take it with opioids, it can lead to cardiac arrest or breathing problems. And if you take it with over-the-counter medications, it can easily lead to overdose and suicidal thoughts. A lot of people who get into those depressed states, because they're already depressed, they start drinking alcohol, which makes them even more depressed because it's a depressant. You throw in some over-the-counter medications, lights out, suicide. To recap, basically what I've discussed thus far, talked about social drinking as a whole, how social drinking basically leads to alcoholism and leads to different issues pertaining to alcohol, such as violence and depression, suicide, problems with your liver, and other things of that nature. So now the question is, how do you treat these things? Alcohol is a common problem among the masses, which ruins many people's lives. People drink alcohol for several reasons, be it personal or professional related. Eventually, they end up being an alcoholic. They may think that getting away from the trouble by drinking alcohol is the answer, but they become strongly hooked on consuming the alcohol, which can lead to a lot of the problems which I discussed previously. The inability to quit alcohol can lead to severe mental disturbances or sometimes force the alcoholic to commit suicide. One who is an alcoholic to a moderate degree, even if he is not given much guidance, can overcome alcoholism and the withdrawal symptoms associated with it. But what a lot of people don't realize is alcohol, once you get addicted to it and you stop cold turkey, or what they call detox, you still have to go through the withdrawal symptoms. And the best way to get through that is to go to medical centers. Certain medications can help those minor forms of alcoholism and those minor alcoholics overcome that by first withdrawing from the alcohol, second dealing with the withdrawal symptoms, 3 preventing the relapse. And detoxification does just that. The biggest one, which we all know about, Alcoholics Anonymous. It's one of the most well-known treatment programs, and the reason I believe it is such is because it helps change the behavior of the alcoholics. It doesn't prevent them from drinking the alcohol or keep them from drinking it, but it changes their behavior, changes their mindset, and it helps them overcome all those little facts. So in closing, I talked about social drinking, how it affects our lives in every way, shape, form, or fashion. Everybody who's ever put alcohol on their lips, 9 times out of 10, come from a social drinking environment. Second, I talked about the liver damage that's associated with it, and I also talked about the effects of alcohol mixed with over-the-counter medications, painkillers, things of that nature. Lastly, I talked about basically how to treat it. You want to get away from the alcohol, basically stop the intake of it. Secondly, you want to deal with the withdrawal symptoms, whether it be by medication or by going to something such as Alcoholics Anonymous or AA programs to help you from relapsing to going back into those same states. I brought with me some energy drinks, which I'm going to pass out. The energy drinks, as you all know, are commonly associated with alcohol. Use them as chase, use orange juice, cranberry juice, whatever you can get your hands on to chase the alcohol to deal with that taste so we can get it in our system. Well, I'm here to tell you today, I'm going to give you an energy drink, and I challenge all of you not to mix it with any alcohol. Thank you for coming out.
Well done.
And I am going to give you